It is live. Physical and financial fitness with Patrick. We're going to come live every morning at 6:30 a.m. And I just wanted to show you guys how beautiful of a morning it is this morning. And it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Today we're going to be talking about mindset, specifically money mindset. And mindset has a lot to do with anything that you're going to be successful with in life, but money mindset has a lot to do with your financial success. So we're going to talk about mindset today, but I just wanted to show you guys this beautiful view before we go get our workout in the garage and talk about mindset. Such a gorgeous day today. My daughter does a prayer with us every night before she goes to sleep, and one of the things she says is she's thankful for today and she's looking forward to tomorrow. And boy, am I thankful for today and just enjoying each day of this lovely life. It looks like artwork back there today. Uh, but wanted to talk to you guys about mindset today, specifically money mindset, and how we have to be the change inside before we see the change on the outside is sort of going to be the topic of discussion today. But we're going to work out too. So it's going to be kind of a chest and shoulder day once again, trying to get my chest a little bit bigger this year. And so as I try to grow that chest, of course, we're going to have 2 different chest days throughout the week. One's going to be Monday, one's going to be Friday. So what we're going to do today is talk money mindset, and we're going to do some chests and shoulders and triceps and things like that. That's going to be today's little show and all that good stuff. But you guys know that my name is Patrick Franz. I come here live in the mornings because it's dual motivation. If I have to get up and work out in the morning and you are here to watch me do so, it keeps us both accountable. So there's three reasons why people would come to my lives in the morning. One is just because you want accountability. It's leg day on Wednesday, I think. Leg day on Wednesday. Dexter Holiday says, yeah, hopefully it's leg day tomorrow, but it's leg day on Wednesday. But the money mindset and the subject of what we're going to speak about today is very important. Mindset and the way your mind works is really, kind of what happens to predict your future, to be honest. We were talking yesterday about people quitting drinking alcohol or quitting smoking cigarettes, things like that, they would like to quit, and they're very difficult to get rid of. And it's always funny that it comes down to their mindset, right? There could be outside people telling you need to quit this, or telling you need to do something, or telling you could have 20 different people telling you, but until you inside feel yourself that you're going to give up something or start something new or what have you, you understand it just never happens. You just continue down the same path until you decide. So mindset is a huge deal in life. And today we're going to be talking about that. So one reason you'd come to these lives at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time is to work out, right? So many people need motivation to exercise. Do you guys realize it's hard to get up? It's hard to force yourself to be disciplined. It's hard to get exercise. It's hard. It's not easy. That's why most people are not in shape, because it takes work effort and it's difficult. So if anybody needs a support system, if you just want somebody to get you motivated to get up in the morning and get exercising, get in your best shape you can be in, then that's what I'd love to be here for. Because I'm going to try to be here every single day at 6:30 a.m. and be reliable for people that need someone else and need some support to be able to work out, exercise. And it doesn't matter, guys, whether you're doing yoga, walking the treadmill, lifting those weights, or doing what it is that makes you happy as far as getting your body moving. Is the name of the game. And we all start where we're at. Okay. So when I started working out again about 1.5 years ago, I was overweight. I was very weak. It was difficult for me to exercise at a very light weight and all that stuff, guys. And it's not that I'm going heavy now, but boy, let me tell you something. I've come a long way in 1.5 years, and you will too. So anyways, if you want to work out with me or have some motivation to work out, that's what I'm here for. But the other 2 things, guys, are for me to offer some nuggets, mostly surrounding physical and financial fitness. That's what I focus on the most and where my expertise lies. If you don't know, I run a $250 million investment fund. We have over $30 million in real estate under our management. at the moment. I specialize in mortgage notes and those kinds of things. And so if you're looking at, if you're looking for, tossing around ways to create extra cash flow, become more financially free and those kinds of things, then that's what I'm here for too, to motivate people to do their best physically and financially. Yeah, it's 7:34. Right on, man. I'm in San Diego, California, so it is 6:30 where I'm at, 7:30 where you're at. That's awesome. Hey, all the way from Wyoming too, huh? Wyoming, gosh, I've always wanted to go to Wyoming, man. I've always wanted to go to Wyoming. I love fishing. I don't like hunting so much, but I love fishing. I love the outdoors, and Wyoming's just beautiful. I would love to be able to visit there someday. But, to work out, to have some motivation, to move, to get your body moving, to get in the best shape you can be in wherever you're at, wherever you're starting from, whatever your age is, it doesn't matter. But we can all do our best and work on it daily and create some consistency, which will really create change in our physicalities, our health, our energy, those kinds of things. The other side of that, of course, is financial. Just like people can't get buff quick or get thin quick or, get in shape quick, right? Well, this whole get rich quick thing is also a bit of a fallacy. So I like to talk to people about money mindset and systematic approach to building wealth over a short amount of time, or definitely a long amount of time, but a short amount of time, not get rich quick stuff, guys. It's how people get ruined. So today we're going to be doing some chest. I've started to do these little supersets. And so we're going to do our normal chest and shoulders and stuff like that. But in between each set, I'm going to do 10 of these little push-ups. If you guys see on these little bars that I have. Oh, shoot. Oh, the phone fell. My tripod fell off. Epic. Show you guys these. But I have these little push-up bars down here. If you guys could see those. So try to do it on these push-up bars. 10 push-ups between each set, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit of a burn. But one of my goals, and who knows what your goals is, and you can drop this, guys. This is all participatory and Q&A. But what are your goals? What are your goals, either physically or financially? I know we all have them, right? We all have some sort of physical or financial goals here for our near future that we would like to achieve. Why don't you guys drop it in there in the comments or the chats while we do some warm-up sets here, some light shoulder dumbbells. But why don't you drop in there, guys? What is it that you're trying to change in your finances or physicalities? What are you trying to change? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain more muscle? Are you trying just to feel more energetic for your family, for your kids, or whatever it is? Or what are you trying to do with your finances? Are you trying to create more passive cash flow so you can have a more chill life and do the things you want to do? Are you trying to get rich? Are you trying to hit it big? What are you trying to do, guys? Drop in there in the chat today, this morning. What is your goal physically or financially? Today, we're going to talk about financial mindset and how the mind can actually create your near future for yourself. Okay. So where are you headed? What is your goal, either physically or financially? And we could say long-term goal. We could talk long-term goals or short-term goals. What's your goal this year? What's your goal physically or financially this year? Are you trying to lose weight, gain muscle, be more energetic, all of the above? Are you trying to, maybe you're trying to just get a new job this year because you hate your job. Maybe you're trying to retire early. Trying to be more fit to lose weight. Yeah, same here. Diet is my worst enemy. Working out, I seem to be able to get up in the morning and get it done. So working out has become habit to me over the past year and a half. So that's one thing, is to remain consistent. Obviously, one thing I could suggest is just remaining consistent with working out. Just try to do it for 30 to 60 days straight, same times every single day, certain schedule, and try to stick to that for like 30 to 60 days. Then that becomes habit, because exercising is huge. But the diet is so big, and it's my worst part. I fail so badly with the diet, admittedly so, because I love food. But diet is the biggest part. Diet is so huge. So if we're getting physical exercise in a good amount, like 5 days a week, and it doesn't have to be gnarly, guys. You'll see my workouts aren't crazy anymore. I'm not the young buff stud I once was, so I take it a little bit easier in the gym. But it's to get in your best shape you can be in, right? It's not to have that disease called comparitis, where you start comparing yourself to everybody else around you, because it ain't you, but you're on your own journey. Okay, so guys, diet and exercise, that's huge. So, hey, I was going to think about doing this. Tell me what you think, you guys and girls, if there's any girls on here, but guys and girls, tell me what you think. I'm thinking of doing like a 30-day. I think it would probably be a good idea to do a 30-day, but I think I want to do a 30-day challenge with people that want to do it with me for just that, for cutting weight and trying to get whatever six-pack we have underneath that tub to show up a lot better. But anyways, like a cut weight challenge. Maybe it's not a cut weight challenge, but it's a who knows what. You know what I'm saying? Where we all help each other stick to the same type of good dieting and help like motivate each other to see who can get the best results in 30 days, right? I just definitely need to fix the dieting part for sure. I'm a sweets guy. That's the problem. But that's another thing with mindset, right? Listen, I could choose not to eat the sweets. I have the power. But somebody told me once people do what they want to do pretty much most of the time. So that's where mindset comes into play, guys, which is going to be a good lead in. I'm a female, not overweight, just like to be more fit. Yeah, well, that's good. No, it's like I said, the best we can be. So I know there's people that are already pretty fit, but they want to be more fit. I know there's guys that have a fair physique and they look perfectly fine, but they want to be more buff or more this or more that. So we have our goals, right? So first note. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's good to have you on here. One of my good friends, Chase, is on here. That's really funny, Chase, that you're on here too, and I appreciate you being on here because we're going to talk about the money mindset. And my friend Chase sort of spawned this subject matter for today, honestly. My friend Chase is jacked too, by the way. So maybe Chase can give some workout advice to us on here too. Chase is certainly a beast when it comes to physical fitness, right? Chase is a guy who's changing his mindset because he wants to have a more passive lifestyle, running so many hours on his business. It's eating him up. He likes to do things like lift weights and play golf and those kind of things. And so, as a matter of fact, my buddy Chase kind of spawned this subject for this morning's live, which is mindset, right? And specifically money mindset. And so we're going to talk about it a little bit and throw some things around. And I'm going to see what y'all think, what your opinions are of this mindset thing. So oftentimes, folks, we want the environment or things to change around us in our environment without us first changing. And that's not the way it works. So you guys know that. You know what? And I have forgotten to do my little betweener power sets with these little push-up bars. So between my sets, I'm going to do these 10 push-ups. And I probably by the end of this live won't even be able to push myself off the ground. But money mindset, oh boy, huge deal. Most of us want things to change. We want things to change around us, our environment. We want to gain more wealth. We want to be more free, all these things. But we're not willing to change first. So we've got it a little bit backwards, don't we? The key is changing first inside, changing your mind first, and then working with those new thoughts and moving forward so that the environment and things around you will change. Let's do 10 of these. Okay. So we're going to do 10 of those little push-ups there between each of our real sets, and we're going to see how that works out for today. So I'll stop my little cameraman from following us right now. Wait, I think I can stop him. Okay, cool. So the mindset is the biggest deal, right? And so people know that we have to make a decision first for anything to have, for anything to change and start making a difference. So when we're talking about financial mindset, my buddy Chase had sparked this. So I'm glad you're on here, Chase, because this kind of was from speaking with you over the last day or two. And it just reminded me that mindset is everything. So people talk about wanting to be financially free, and people wish they could, have a better life financially, let's say. Most people do. Let's say some people, no big deal, don't really care much about money. That's fine. Other people understand it's a pretty big necessity if you want to live a good life to have money. And there's a lot of people that believe in the 40-40 plan of trading all your whole entire life, all your time on this planet for that little bit of money for survival is kind of like the norm, right? Which it is, but it's not natural, and it certainly isn't smart unless you are a run-of-the-mill kind of person. So my buddy Chase on here decides, he said, look, my business is killing me, and I want to reach out because I want to figure out a better way. Does that sound familiar to anybody else on here? Does it sound familiar to anybody else? Want a better way, want a, different lifestyle that right now your current 40, 50 hours a week at your job is not allowing you or affording you. Who else feels that way? Well, with enough passive cash flow coming in monthly, guys, that's really what creates retirement, right or wrong? Is retirement an age? Is it like you retire when you reach a certain age? Or does it not have to do with age? Does it have to do with a certain amount of passive cash flow or enough money coming in monthly that allows you to support your lifestyle, meaning pay your bills and live? So what's retirement? Is retirement an age or a certain amount of money that can allow you to live your lifestyle without having to work every day for it? So why can't we retire young? Because we're brainwashed to think you have to be 55 or 65 years old to retire? It's hogwash. Let's bust those out. All right. So, by the way, Chase makes good money. Chase has a good business. But Chase says the business is killing me. I'd like to play more golf and I'd like to have a better life. So he's a friend of mine. And I said, well, I'll be here to help you with that. We talked about mortgage note investing and how that can happen. And Chase is asking some questions here about it, so that's good. Dexter says, buy back more time, build more muscle. Sounds exactly like the plan we're on. Got to thrive financially, yes. Lose weight. So everybody, I just caught up with the comments here, but Chase is saying, what's the best way to get the first deal? And where do you start? Well, the best way to get your first deal is either to buy one because you have the money. So if you have money and you're an investor, you can certainly buy a note. That's one way to get started. A lot of people are afraid to do that or just don't have the knowledge on how to do that. So they'll partner with somebody. So if you had money, but you didn't have the expertise, you could partner with an expert, of course, on a deal. You put the money up, they provide the expertise, and you guys share in the profits of the deal. 10 little incline push-ups between each set. It's feeling good already. Getting a nice little burn, nice little pump this morning. But so you could invest in a note and do trial and error. Learn the hard way. You could partner with somebody if you have the money. Yeah, Dexter says it's the best statement I've heard. Money is not everything. However, we all have stress. So it's better to have stress with money versus to have stress with no money. Well, sometimes, yeah, like having no money is the stress. Sometimes having no money is the stress. But buying your first note, you either have your own money and you go and buy a note and you have trial and error. Or you partner with somebody if you have money. You become the money part, they become the expertise part, and you can definitely partner together with somebody and learn, kind of earn while you learn, as we like to say. Or there's schools like Note Investor University is our school. It's down in the description of this video. People could do that, where you actually just pay to increase the speed of your learning, right? You get past the learning curve very quickly. So that's ways to do it. But sometimes people get into it and they don't have their own money to invest. They're thinking of getting into notes as an entrepreneurial endeavor, like getting into house flipping or whatever. So anyways, you don't have to have money to begin, but you have to take a different approach for sure. But there's a bunch of different ways to get started. Expertise, guys, again, how about this? We're on this mindset train. So if you have the mindset that you want to go and learn something new, if you have the mindset that you want to make a change in your life, if you have the mindset that in your near future, in a couple years, you could be at a totally different place financially. It all starts with that mindset first. So my buddy Chase, he has the mindset that he's not going to quit his job and quit his business and do something drastic and put his life at risk and do all this, and nor do I expect anybody else to do so. But you can make slow, methodical, consistent effort towards a new life and towards a new goal. And it's amazing how that slow, methodical, consistent effort, a little time, a little thought, a little energy, a little mindset focus towards it, while continuing in the rest of your old life and who you used to be, can allow a transformation. Johnny. How you doing, Johnny? Yeah, good morning, good morning. So we're working out, guys. We're going to do our last set of shoulders here. And what I've just been doing is I've been doing these little sets of 10 push-ups in between each set. So first we're going to do some shoulders here. We're going to go to some cable flies, some bench presses, try not to get injured on camera. And we're doing these push-ups in between. So we're talking about money mindset today. And we were just talking about how my friend Chase was trying to make a change. He wants to make a change. That's all. Make a change. And it's not an overnight change. It's a methodical change. It's a change that may happen over a year, a 2-3 year time period. But you have to start walking down a path to financial freedom one step at a time. Oh, starting to get burnt now. That's good. All right. So a little dumbbell shoulder presses for the first exercise of the morning, y'all. If y'all are working out with me, fantastic. If you want to follow along with my workouts in the mornings, you can. All you have to do is usually have somewhere to sit, either one of those balls right there, a little bench or whatever, small set of dumbbells. You don't really need much. I don't have a whole dumbbell rack. I just have adjustable dumbbells, a bench. You can get one of those balls. They usually sell them all over the place for cheap nowadays. Yeah. Now you can get like a Macolo system and bolt it to your wall that has pulleys and things like that, but you don't need all that stuff to get a good workout in. Trust me, but you got to get it in. That's the point, right? The mindset needs to be wake up and get yourself moving every day, and you'll see the results over time. All right. So as we were talking about money mindset, sometimes we get comfortable, don't we? Sometimes we get comfortable and we're okay because our bills are paid. We live an okay life. We're okay, with whatever status we've got. And then we start to actually literally associate who we are with what we do, right or wrong. When I ask people, hey, what do you do? They usually tell me what their job title is. That's just how we are, okay? So first, how you change in your mind is you decide, number one, that you're going to make a change. That's first thing. You got to decide. So the mind says, I'm just not as happy as I should be. There's something that's missing here. And in your mind, you tell yourself you're going to start to make a concerted effort to change things. And that sure happens to do with finances and wealth. People get frustrated and want to get rich now. Well, no, it's not how it works. Wealth is built systematically over time. So that's why I like to do these workouts. It's physical fitness and financial fitness with Patrick. Why? Both take time and discipline, period. Both go together. Both are difficult to do. Everybody wants to be wealthy. Everybody wants to be in good shape. There's not that many wealthy people. There's nowadays not that many people that are in good shape. So what does that tell you? It tells you that people lack discipline and the proper mindset. Okay, so if you just came on, guys, I just do physical fitness and financial fitness with Patrick every morning. We come on here and we talk about building physical fitness and financial fitness. That's what we talk about. It's open Q&A, and we've got Dexter commenting on here, and I know Chase is in here. If you're in, guys, feel free to say hi. What's up? I'd love to give you a shout out if you come on and join me. Comfort comes until the building blows up. Be ready for the unexpected life. Yeah, good stuff. That's cool. Jay Daniels, right now, my mindset started shortly after the new year. Been trying to stay on a workout routine. Well, if you need motivation, brother, I'm going to be here every morning, 6:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time. And definitely I'm here to just help people in that manner too. If you just want to get in your best shape ever and you want somebody to motivate you to get moving, we're going to motivate each other. Here, let me stop my camera guy. He's a little wacko today. Let's help each other, man. Stay motivated to get out and get our bodies moving, because God knows we all need it. I ain't perfect, and there's some mornings I don't feel like getting up and doing this, but I remind myself what it's for. So brings us back to the mindset, the money mindset. What is all of this for? Well, do you have a why? Do you have a why? That's so cliche. How many times have we heard something like that? You have to have a strong why, like in motivational seminars and that. But it's true. You have to have something that drives you to do things to change. So with a money mindset, tell me what yours is. What would be, in the comments or in the chat here, what would be the reason for you to want to have better financial life, to be more financially stable, to not be stressed about money? You know, what would be? So your daughter is the why. So true, right? I have 2 daughters. So I totally understand that. So that's a good enough why right there to push you, right? It's also why I need to get in really good shape. My daughter handles both of those for my mindset. I got to get a good financial life going for my family, and I got to get jacked so these boys after my daughters know what's up. Dexter wants to buy more time, be able to, do lunch with his grandkids and stuff like that. It's straight up, dude. That's what we should be doing. Don't you understand? We've been sold the damn psyop, okay? The powers that be don't want you to have the time to go and have lunch with your granddaughters, dude. They were churning out factory workers, brother. So I'm going to try some bench presses, you guys. If I re-injure my shoulder, which I'm all scared about because I did injure my shoulder pretty badly about 1.5 years ago, so it still sketches me out to do bench presses. So if I get stuck under this bar, I got you guys on my side, okay? You guys can call 911. Dexter, you know where my address is. Yeah, so that mindset, right? The kids, the family, this, that. Some of us want to become the change maker in our family tree because we never had one yet, okay? Our grandparents and our parents went through the standard 40-40 plan, worked 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life, tried to retire and really didn't retire with much, and so on. We know the story. And some of us want to have a different outcome for our families, and guess what? It's possible. So, guys, I was just mentioning how I hurt my shoulder really bad doing bench presses, and so I wear this little support sling. And so I highly recommend this, guys. If you're a little bit older like me, or you've had some injuries, some bad injuries. I tore my labrum. Thought I was going to need surgery, but I didn't. So it's still kind of jacked up. But yeah, I'm going to try not to mess myself up, but thanks, man. New subscriber all the way from the Wind River Reservation. That's epic, dude. So no, I tore my labrum, right? It was really bad. And I still like protect against it, right? It's sketchy. So I got one of these things, guys. Super cool. So if you're at the gym, right, and you have a buddy working out with you, and you get down and you need a little bit of a spot, okay? It's usually at the very bottom, of the exercise in the most vulnerable position when somebody needs to spot you and you're having trouble. And once you get it up here, it goes. So this acts as when you're at the very bottom, this gives a little stretch a tad bit and gives kind of a little assistance at the bottom, guys, so it doesn't put as much strain on shoulders. So you have a shoulder injury or something like that, and you're trying to work out by yourself without a spotter and all that good stuff, I recommend don't go heavy, which I'm going to try not to do here. But also, one of these may help you a little bit if you don't have a spotter. It kind of acts as one. So I'm going to try to put the 45s on and see if I can't. I better do like a warm-up set with the bar, but not get injured here on camera with all my people watching. But let's get that shoulder warmed up a little bit and just make sure I got the range of motion and stretch her out a tad. And we'll probably do some stretching first here in just a second. But yeah, we just definitely want to try to protect ourselves from injuries, you guys. As much as possible. And if you need some little assistant devices like I just got or whatever to help you, it's good stuff. But yeah, guys, that mindset shift in understanding that you inside you are ready to make a change. You inside you are ready to learn something new. You're ready to attain new skills that you don't already have. You're ready to step outside your comfort zone, do uncomfortable stuff that maybe you haven't done before. All of these are the ways to make change happen, aren't they? So, as I'm going to be teaching my buddy Chase about mortgage notes for passive cash flow, he's going to be teaching me how to hit the ball 375 yards because he bashes the golf ball like crazy, and we all need training and support. We all need people better than us at things to help us learn faster. And so that money mindset, that mindset shift is so big. Sorry I keep getting off camera. My little cameraman's not doing a good job today, following me around. But hopefully you guys don't witness an injury and I don't have to dump the weights off each side and get myself out from underneath the bar like last time. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Johnny, you noticed it was a CLS. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that. She's an oldie but a goodie. I've always liked that body style. They started putting bubbly wheel fenders and stuff on them. I started to not like the look. So all the NFL players, Charger players, and guys in San Diego that had money used to drive the CLS back then when it was brand new. And I used to go, man, I want one of those. So I got one. That's another thing, mindset, right? I couldn't afford it then when this CLS was a new car because I wasn't financially in a position in my life back then to get it, but I really liked it. I wanted one. So anyways, bro, Dexter's saying, bro, you're only in your 40s. You've only just begun. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. 46 years old, but that ain't young anymore. It ain't old yet, but you start to feel things, and these sports and injuries that we've done over the years start to wear on you a little bit. I'm going to try not to mess myself up, dude. But yeah, I think so too, Johnny. Johnny says he thinks that was that era was the peak automobile, and then it went downhill. I definitely agree. So anyways, guys, we're talking about money mindset. Who is 1, 2, 3? Did I start skating again yet? Who's 1, 2, 3? That's funny. I do need to start skating again. We used to skateboard, and I used to be a professional inline skater back in the day. It would be fun to start skating again for sure. But anyways, guys, let me just try to bump out one of these bench press sets and not die. So if I die and you guys see me get stuck under this, it means my shoulder tore again, and you guys could call 911, okay? And then we'll talk more about that money mindset and the shift that has to happen in order for us to really make change. Nice and slow. All right. All right, didn't feel so bad. So a little quick 20 rep warm up set. A 20. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do some kick flips. I don't have a skateboard though. I wish I'm gonna go get a skateboard. And that's it. I'm gonna go get a skateboard. They want me to show skateboard tricks in here without breaking my leg. But all right, so we forgot. I keep forgetting. We're gonna do this little set here of these kind of incline push-ups on these push-up bars. And we got to do 10 of these between each set because we're trying to grow the chest. Oops, I have a focus that I do want to grow my chest this year and get some bigger pecs. It's one of the things I want to do for me. So what do you want to do? Let's make sure we get it done this year with consistency and repetition. So we're going to do 10 of these real quick. Put my feet up on this bench here. Got little push-up bars, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quick ones there between every set. Feels good. Starting to get a pump, starting to get a burn, starting to breathe loudly into my Bluetooth mic so that you guys can be annoyed by my deep breathing. All right. I would love to do some kick flips. I'm going to have to get a skateboard, bring it in here, and do some kick flips. But back to the mindset, guys. You have to change in here first. Mental commitment to whatever it may be, whether it's physical or financial. And when we commit to it, we commit to understanding that the change is not going to happen as fast as we want, ever, physically or financially. The change is not going to happen in the way we thought it would before we started walking down the path. But with the consistency and with the mind saying, I'm confident that things are going to change for the better if I keep walking down this path, is the mindset shift. If you have that mindset, and we're talking about financial mindset today, but like my friend Chase, who runs a wonderful business, him and his wife do just fine. They pay their bills. They're not struggling whatsoever. But the business takes away from his life, and he's starting to have a mindset that says, maybe I could stay doing this for the next 40 years of my life and then finally retire. Do I really want to keep doing this for the next 40 years? Is the question. Some of us could say, you know what? I'd like a different life. I'd like something that's better. I'd like something that suits my lifestyle better, gives my wife and I more time to hang out, gives me more chance to play golf, which is something I like to do that frees me up physically and emotionally. Spending more time with kids, spending more time with grandkids. But really it comes down to what is important to you that you would rather be doing in life if you didn't have to spend all the hours of your days working for the next Friday paycheck. That becomes the question, because all of us are different. Some people would spend their time camping in the outdoors or rock climbing or something like that. Somebody would spend time purely hanging out with their kids and grandkids and don't care much to do golf or rock climbing any longer in life. Some people, so it just depends, guys. Some people want to give back. Some people want to be overflowing so that they can go and help more people that are in need, right? It's whatever your why is, as we talked about earlier. Why? Why would you want a better life financially? Is the why strong enough to push you mentally to make a mental shift first without result, without any type of good positive feedback? Matter of fact, a lot of times when you start something new, it's negative feedback. Hey, Johnny, see you, brother. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, come on in. 6:30 to 8 a.m. We'll be working out and talking mindset, guys, and finances. So, yeah, and Theodore says, I work very hard and I'm still poor, thinking about giving it up and becoming a bum. There's another take. There's another take, right? What is a bum, really? He said, make sure you don't tell Express that you change your mindset from dream snatchers. No, the one with solid, hard, confirmed mindset. Stay in the type of room. Okay, yeah, I get you. Where do I see AI playing a role in the future of note investing space? That's a pretty good question. That's a pretty good question, actually, guys. So the question is, where do I see AI playing a role in the future of the note investing space? Well, there's a couple different ways, right? AI can break down tapes and stuff, which saves a lot of time. So a tape, if you guys, okay, for those of you who don't understand this, right? A note is a promissory note. Banks trade promissory notes because banks own the mortgages and not the properties. So if we're talking about buying the paper, not the property, right? Banks don't own a bunch of rentals. Banks own a bunch of mortgages. So banks collect passive cash flow from real estate every month without owning the real estate. So banks have it really good in a good position. So that's what I do, and that's what I'm teaching Chase to do. But he's saying, where do I see AI playing a role? Well, when you get a tape of notes, so let's say a tape of notes would be a list of notes called a tape. But say you get like a list of 50 notes and they say it's cherry pick time. You can pick any of these notes, make us an offer. Well, it's a real pain in the ass sometimes to break down a spreadsheet of notes and all of that good stuff. So oftentimes you can, like Dexter's saying right here, cut your time down is really the number one marker. Cut your time down quite a bit, which is great. But you can have AI break down a tape for you, right? You can enter a spreadsheet into AI. AI cannot break down the whole spreadsheet. You can ask AI to sift things out and create you a new list and those kinds of things. And it happens very quickly, where that used to be very time consuming. So the time is going to be one huge part of it. It's going to cut down a lot of time. Okay. So that's one thing. And then, answers to questions. Simply, I wouldn't trust AI. I would always verify anything that comes from AI, but you can get answers to questions pretty quickly. And I wouldn't, of course, take everything that AI says to be the truth and all, but it's going to save a lot of time, I think. In essence, though, AI is not going to be able to do the full note trade. AI is not going to, I guess AI and funnels and things like that could communicate also on your behalf with note sellers and make offers and things like that, of course. But, it's a relationship business, guys. And so I think as we move forward and AI becomes more and more popular in all sorts of different industries, what's going to really show through are the authentic people that are the real players individually that are trustworthy individuals, because AI can't be trusted and no one really feels a connection with AI. It's informational. But with an individual is where the relationships happen. And with individuals and the relationships that happen, then that's when you find the best deals and are able to make the best deals. But AI is going to save a hell of a lot of time. Already does. Drop in the comments, are you using AI right now for your business or for your life? Yes or no? Drop a yes in the comments if you're using AI right now. What are you using AI for in your business? One more set of these guys real quick, and then we'll move on. All right. We got 15 of them. We got 15 of them out. And as you know, between each set, we're going to do 10 of these little push-ups because we're trying to burn our chest out. And it's already working. So we're going to do these push-ups. But AI is not an individual. AI doesn't have a real personality. AI can't make a friend with somebody. AI can't do a lot of different things. But again, mindset. Can we be thinking of how to utilize this wonderful technology, which is AI, to help us in our business? Absolutely, the answer is yes. Do I see it being a benefit? Absolutely. In saving lots of time. So guys, we're going to do 10 of these real quick because we said we would. Ow. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there we go. Now we're burning. But it starts with mindset, right? So my buddy Chase, he is going to be shifting his mindset. It's already happening. Mind changing, mind being open to difference in life, mind being able to accept you can be in a whole different place in a very short amount of time. I think a 2 to 3 year time period is really what I've seen from my years of being an entrepreneur for 25 years is there's a 3 year gig, guys. And this is, I'm talking minimum, it's like 3 to 5 years. But in 3 years or a 3 to 5 year time period, anybody listening to this has the ability to drastically and completely change their life financially. I don't think it really generally, unless you hit it big, get lucky, win the lottery, or those kinds of things, I don't think it necessarily comes much quicker than that in most endeavors that I've seen. So when somebody makes a total change, a total shift, starts to think differently and move down a different path, you can create complete financial freedom and wealth within a 3 to 5 year time period. It's possible. I've seen it now. I've seen it proven. So if we're ready to make that financial shift, we decide in our head first that we would like to make a shift and make a change. That starts there. And to be serious about it and be willing to fight for it. Because if getting wealthy or getting really fit was easy, then everybody would be wealthy and everybody would be walking around super duper fit. But we know most people are not walking around financially free. And we know most people are not walking around physically fit. Both take effort, both take time, both take consistency. It doesn't happen overnight with both. So starts with that mindset shift, all right? Do one more of these bench press sets. Oh, man. Okay. So it starts with that mindset shift. Now, what are we going to decide? We're just simply going to decide that life is going to be different 2 or 3 years from now. And we're going to know that. We're going to guarantee that it's going to be different 2 or 3 years from now. Different. Now, different the way we want it to be? Probably not. But different. And different for the better. Because we're doing different things than we were doing before. We're not repeating the same habits. We don't have the same thoughts. We don't have the same focuses. We repeat the same habits with the same thoughts and the same focuses with the same skills in our same comfort zone. We end up where in 2 to 3 years from now? You tell me. If we have the same habits, we repeat the same patterns, we have the same skills, we stay inside of our same existing comfort zone, where do we end up a couple years from now? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. We know the answer. You end up in the same place. You don't move. You don't move. So, mindset first. And then we can start to do things in the physical world to achieve those goals. Okay. Let's get one more set of these in. All right. Okie dokie. Feeling good, feeling good. A little chest, a little shoulders this morning, getting the bodies moving and feeling good because the mindset shift is I'm going to be in better shape this time next year. I'm going to be in better shape by this time next year. That's the mindset shift, okay? I don't care what anybody else is doing. I don't care what anybody else looks like. I don't care where I'm starting from. I just know that I'm going to be in better shape by this time next year because I'm going to make a concerted effort. Same with finances, right? I'm going to be in a better position financially within a year or two here because I'm making a concerted effort to move towards that goal. May not happen as fast as we want. Pocketbook may not be as buff as we want, as fast as we want. Your biceps might not grow. Your belly might not shrink as fast as you want. But you are certainly heading towards the goal, and you're certainly heading towards the promised land if your mindset is convicted and patient, period, with physical or financial fitness, both, okay? But on that end of it, my friend Chase is changing his mindset. He's saying, you know what, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I thought running my own businesses, being an entrepreneur and having these businesses that I run was going to be the promised land. Entrepreneur, don't work for nobody else, run my own business, be my own boss, make my own money, live my own life. Sound good. Most of us think going into entrepreneurial or business ownership is going to be super awesome. And oftentimes we find out that it's more hours and more stressful than actually working for somebody else. And not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. It's very difficult. A lot of responsibility, payroll, inventory, you name it. So the mindset is just like, maybe in a couple years from now, if I start taking some different steps, learning some different stuff, stepping outside my current comfort zone, hanging around people that are on the same mindset of becoming financially free and consistently being around those people, and that is absolutely going to make it happen as fast or as slow as it does. But if you're starting to walk down a different path, hang around different people, get different mindset, have different focus, learn different skills, step outside your comfort zone. And if you're doing that, guys, on a consistent basis, guess what? Change happens. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So focus would be, hey, within 36 months from now, be able to shut the businesses down and have enough passive cash flow coming in that makes us the same amount per month as our 50 hours a week in our businesses used to make us. But now we have the passive cash flow coming in to support our lifestyle, pay our mortgage, pay our cell phone bill, pay for our grocery bills. And now I can actually do what I want to do, like we've heard on here in the comments. Some people want to spend more time with their grandkids. Well, what the hell's wrong with that? That sounds pretty natural to me. What sounds unnatural is working at some goddamn office somewhere for somebody else for 50 damn years, 50 hours a week. That's what sounds unnatural. Am I right or wrong? Doesn't it sound natural to want to spend more time with your grandkids? So we have the ability to break out of this financial matrix and to break out of this worker bee system. And you could be the change maker in your family. Not only selfishly for you while you're here, but also for your kids and your grandkids. Who wishes they grew up in a freaking wealthier family? Who wishes your dad and grandpas would have done something better so that you could have had a little bit easier life? Well, let's not let it continue one more generation. Let's be the change makers. Ooh, that one hurt. All right, we're going to do 12 there. That's enough, okay? Yeah. All right. Starting to feel good, though, guys. So a little chest, a little shoulders, a little triceps is what we're working today. Getting warmer in the garage, so we're taking off the little pump cover now, what they call this. I never knew they called these pump covers until recently. Have you guys heard that before? That guys are wearing big oversized shirts to the gym when they get there, until they get pumped, then take it off. That's hilarious. I do because it's a little damn cold in my garage in the morning, so I either have to have a sweatshirt on, a beanie or something, and then after you get to working out, guess what? You get a little warmer, don't you? But yeah, learn how to have, like Dexter said, learn how to have your money work for you while you're asleep instead of you working for your money. So there's a mindset shift. How many people just need that mindset shift? How many of you need that mindset shift, which is to say, money should be working for me. I should be in charge of my money should be working for me. But how many people have it the other way around right now, where really we are working for the money? The money's got us in slavery. We're working for the money. The money ain't working for us. Who's there? Who'd like to flip that, right? Let's get money working for us. God darn it. How it's supposed to be, so that you can do what you really want to do in life. So that mindset, guys, right there, like Dexter said in the chat, is kind of the first step. Understanding that money can work for you. You don't need to be working for money. We can make that shift. We can make that transformation happen. We can go from we are working for money and we're slave to it, or money can work for us and be slave to us. Chase, hey, thanks for joining, brother. Can't wait to keep working with you, man. And we do have to get the golf match in. So if you're available someday this afternoon, this week to play a round of golf, let me know. Because we got to get out there, bro, and we can talk more about earning your financial freedom. But yeah, like Dexter said, trading your time for dollars. That's what we've all done. Most of the time, what our grandparents and parents have done, because they were in the same system. So we've been taught to trade our time for money. Not right, guys. Now, you're going to have to at first trade time for money. That's called income. Hi. Trading time for money, guys, is called income. So what we want to be able to try to start to do is take some of our income. So income is created by effort, okay? Income is created by effort. Cash flow is created from assets. So what we want to start to do is we want to start to transmute our income, in which we receive by trading our time and efforts and elbow grease for money. We take income and we want to start to use some of our income, guys. I know we can't do it all because we have to live. We have to pay our bills. I get it. People are tight. Not everybody's walking around with a bunch of extra money. Understood. But if you're not willing to invest $10 out of $100, you know, if you got $100, you're not willing to invest $10 and spend the 90, then same thing with 1,000. You will never be able to invest $100 of 1,000 or $1,000 of 100,000 or any of that. So it starts with whatever money you've got, guys. But the theory is the mindset. It's the mindset. Are we taking some money and getting money in a position to work for us? Are we doing a little by little by little? Because little by little by little over a lot of time adds up to a lot. That's what people forget. Okay. So first of all, we got to have the mindset of, we're going to make a change. Things are going to be different. I'm going to make a concerted effort and concentrate to have things be different here in just a few short years' time. I'm going to flip life around because I can. That's first mindset shift. Second mindset shift would be that, you know, we have to get money working for us. Money just cannot consistently be something that we have to go and trade time and energy to get more of. That cannot continue. It's a vicious cycle. So we have to start buying things that cash flow, whether it be mortgage notes, tax liens, stocks, cryptocurrencies. I don't care what you really invest in, right? I'm not here to give investment advice or tell you what to invest in, but I'm telling you that if you're not investing any money, you're losing time day by day by day, because money compounds over time, guys. So if we're not giving money a chance to work for us and we're not putting money in a situation to be our slave, then we're just continuing to stay a slave to money, period. There's no change happening. Even very minute, slow change needs to be happening. So got to invest money. Let's do 10 more of these little quick in-betweener push-ups, guys. And then we'll get to cracking on some more information. But it's consistency over time. Change your mindset. Number one is let's get moving down a different path. Learn new skills, get around new people, try new things, get outside your comfort zone, be willing to change. Step one. Step two, learn that no matter how much money you have, it's enough. No matter how much money you guys have, it's enough. Because there's always a bit of it that can be invested. We don't spend all of our money when we trade time and energy to make it. If you trade time and energy to make money, then you spend it. Then you got to go trade time and energy to make more money so you can spend it. Time and energy, spend time. The vicious cycle, never ending. People work till they die. Matter of fact, most people retire broke. So let's change. Let's change this. Let's build our own retirement. Let's build our own financial infrastructure. Let's build a plan that has consistency over time. One of them, mindset shift. I'm going to do things that I haven't been doing. I'm going to learn things that I have not yet learned. I'm going to hang out with people that think differently and stop hanging out with these losers that are bringing me down all the time. I'm going to start to get myself in different environment, different thought process, different focus, different habits. And guess what? When that happens over time, results tend to change, don't they? My buddy used to say, you can't just remain in the same Suckville. He said, some of us live in a town called Suckville. We don't like our life. We don't like where things are at. And it's called Suckville, and we don't want to still live in Suckville next year. We want to move. Okay? So I'm 46 years old, my man, not 40. LOL out of nowhere with this JS. You sound like my old weight training PE teacher from high school. That's awesome. For some odd reason, those weight training PE teachers in high school were, in my opinion, were actually pretty cool people. I remember the guy at my high school. He's a badass coach and stuff like that. Always liked those guys. But so that mindset shift, guys, is with anything, physical fitness or financial fitness, right? Your bank account or your body. It just takes time. It takes effort. Nothing's easy. But with a concerted effort over time, things will change for the positive. Trust me, that is financially or physically. And when we're talking about the mindset shift with financials, it's like, look, first of all, you have to decide you're going to make a change. Sometimes that's the hard part. Sometimes decide you have to make a change. Yeah, Dexter says his PE teacher was super cool too. Yeah, it's funny, huh? They were always super cool. You remember them short shorts they used to wear? Boy, I can't believe those were popular. Shoosh, them short old gym shorts they used to wear. Whistle around the neck. You know what I'm saying? That Hanes sweatshirt on or what have you. Funny, good times. Why don't we just go ahead and remove this bar here, guys. Forgive me for a sec while I adjust some things. We'll bring y'all up here and we'll turn the motion on a little bit so that we can stay connected. But let me just adjust the weight equipment because we're going to do some cable flies and then we're going to move on to some dumbbells and then we'll do some triceps and we'll be done. But turn my little cameraman back on. That way, at least you guys can see me while I'm doing this. But I got to adjust the gym now, y'all. So we're going to move these guys out of here and put them out of the way. We're going to take these 45s off. Thank God I got through that without another shoulder injury. So we'll move these here and put those plates back away because we're going to change exercises here, folks. But yeah, the money mindset, shift, change. I want change. I'm going to be committed to make a change. Even if it's little by little by little and it's incremental, I'm going to promise myself I'm going to start walking down a different path to financial freedom. And I'm going to just take one little step at a time. Each step I take down this path to financial freedom gets me one step closer to my goal, which is freedom. Okay. Yeah. Jorts, right? Those short gym shorts the PE teachers used to wear like in the 80s and stuff. Such a cliche. They all wore the damn things though. Don't ask me why. But then you start to make some changes. You start to do some different things. You start to learn some different skills. Okay. And now you can form new habits. New habits that will gain you more muscles. New habits that will gain you more financial freedom. And new habits that will better your life. Period. Okay. Jorts. We were talking about the PE shorts that them PE teachers used to wear back in the 80s. The jorts. Classic, dude. All right, so let's get rid of these and do some flies real quick. This bench over here. All right. Hey, come back here. Come back over here. There you go. Cameraman sometimes doesn't like to follow me. There's that shoulder injury. All right. So we're just going to do some cable press downs, guys, while we chit chat. I can see your comments on the big screen right over here, even though the camera is a bit away from me. So we'll keep on going. But it takes the mindset shift. It takes learning new skills. It takes stepping outside your comfort zone. And it takes making a concerted effort over a certain amount of time consistently. You can change your physical. You can change your financial. You can become the change maker in your life. And you can change things for the better. But it's consistency over time and those habits. Next is not to get discouraged. Not to get discouraged when things don't happen the way you thought they would, or when things don't happen as quickly as you think they should. What happens is when most people get a little bit discouraged, and when they don't see things happening the way they thought they would, when they maybe don't see the results happening as quickly as they thought that they should, then folks get turned off by the lack of immediate success, and they quit, or they stop with the relentless consistency. It stops because they're defeated. Here they're defeated. Like we talked about, mindset. You're defeated between your two ears. No one else is there. You are talking to yourself and saying, well, this isn't happening as fast as I thought it should. And you get discouraged. And you think, is this all worth it? All this effort, all this change, all this stepping outside my comfort zone? Oh, is it worth it? Because it's not happening as fast as you want it to happen. That's a problem. You want to know who never gets fit? Do you want to know who never becomes wealthy? People that get discouraged with their results and they quit. That's who never wins. True or false? You can't win the race if you stop running. So that's another lesson, guys, in that mindset shift. We started with number one, making a mental commitment that you're going to have things change 100% for sure. Your life's going to be different within a year or two, no matter what. That's number one, mindset shift. Number two, get around the people that push you in that right direction. Learn new skills, step outside your comfort zone, be willing to do new things, try new things, fail forward, and grow as an individual. So that's step two. Dexter says, call your mentor who has been there. They always have good advice and support you. This is 100%. This is 100%. Yeah, if guys, straight up, I don't go to the gym and I work out here by myself. I don't have a spotter and all that. I'm not trying to get super jacked. I'm just trying to get in better shape for myself. But wild, right? When you go to the gym or you work out with someone who is a few levels above you in fitness, right? Way stronger, way faster, way more consistency, been doing it longer, right? And then you go work out with them. Don't they bring you up? Don't they push you further than you'd push yourself? Don't they give you pointers, things that help them to achieve the results they've achieved, even though they're far levels above you in fitness? And boy, it's crazy when you leave a workout after working out with somebody like that, who's several levels above you, you really feel it, right? You say, damn, that was the best workout I've ever had, because you wouldn't push yourself that hard if you were by yourself. You needed that individual there who's bigger, better, faster, stronger to push you. It's the same thing like Dexter said with having a mentor in finances, guys. It's no different. It's why I like to do this physical and financial fitness thing. You guys are understanding now, because physical fitness, building the body and the physical energetic body that you really want, it's hard. It takes time. Sometimes it takes mentorship. It takes studies. It takes discipline. It takes all of this. And same exact thing with building wealth, period, end of story. So if you can have a mentor, someone who's many levels above you, who's been there, done that, who has proven results, whether it be in fitness or finances, latch on. Dexter's correct. They will push you to do things that you wouldn't push yourself to do. And you don't even know that you're capable of doing sometimes. Isn't that wild? What if a mentor could push you to do things you didn't even think you could do? But that's 100% of the truth. Oh, someone told me you could be financially free in 36 months. I said, bullshit. But they knew things I did not know. Okay? So be willing to change your mindset to understand you're ready for a shift. Number one. Number two, learn new things. Get new mentors. Surround yourself with new people that are heading in the same path that'll support that process of pushing you step by step down that path to financial freedom, not standing in your way like most haters do when you're trying to achieve your goals. And then all you see is people trying to stand in your way and throw roadblocks in your way that you have to jump over and that. We don't want those people in our lives, guys. Ooh, my chest is really starting to burn here this morning. It's feeling really good, guys. If you're working out with me, fantastic. So there's 3 reasons to come on here in the mornings with me, 6:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time. It is for one, to work out, because I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to be here every morning for you, unless I get the flu or something crazy throughout the year. But I'm going to try to be here every day for you consistently, whether I like it or not. There's going to be some days when I'm extraordinarily tired, when I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to come do it anyways. So if you want motivation, guys, and you just want somebody to be able to be consistent with, I'm going to be here for you. Whatever your workout style is, guys, you could be doing yoga, tai chi, bench pressing, or whatever. But if me and you are like this, and we can support each other every morning, that's one reason to come on here, to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you just want somebody to work out with, man, I want to motivate you, and I want you to motivate me to do this consistently. That's a huge thing. Consistency over time, okay? The other reason is to talk about finances and investing and financial freedom, because I'm an advocate, guys, of that. And so today, talking about financial freedom and how you can gain financial freedom just like you can gain a six-pack abs. It's time, it's knowledge, it's putting things in practice, and it's consistency over time. That's it, guys. There's no other magic formula to it. Stop with the get buff quickly thing. Stop with the get rich quickly thing. It's not natural. And when it happens, most people do it in an unhealthy manner, whether it's lose weight or get wealthy, when it happens too quickly, right? It's the person that you grow into inside that's a reflection of what you are on the outside. That's what really counts. How do we know this? Have we seen people that get surgeries and that use drugs, artificial drugs, to try to lose weight? And what the side effects are? You see how they look after? No offense. No offense to anybody. I'm saying these Ozempic people and all this crap, not willing to put the time in, not willing to put the effort in, not willing to step outside their comfort zone, not willing to do what's hard, not willing to put in time and consistency in this, not willing to do any of that, willing to shoot themselves with a drug that will help them lose the weight. But we see what really happens at the end of the day. Does a drug like that lose people weight? Yes or no? Yes. Does it have a lot of other side effects? People look terrible. It's bad for your health. We know that as well. You got it. Hell yeah. Kept you another 35 minutes working out. Now you're working on cool down. This is awesome, guys. This is what I want to be here for. So easy is never better. Easy is never better. Dexter said, easy is not always better. Easy is never better, bro. At least when you're trying to make progress, okay? If you're trying to chill, easy's a lot better. All right, one more set of these little flies here, and we're going to go down one more path with this mindset thing, guys. But then it is, thirdly, not getting defeated. People that fail are the people that quit. People that quit the game have no chance to score a touchdown anymore because they're not even playing. So you cannot get discouraged, guys. You can't get discouraged with how fast your body's changing or how slow it's changing. Just know that it's changing. And that consistency will show its face after a while, okay? These are starting to get nice and juicy. All right. Okay, so, feeling good now. Don't let yourself get discouraged because the change is never going to happen the way you thought it would, and the change is never going to happen as fast as you thought it should. We understand those principles. Okay, so here's this path. Here's this path to physical fitness. Here's this path to financial freedom. Here's this path that we have to start walking down step by step by step. Here, let's put one of these handles on here. We're going to just throw down some triceps now, and this, I believe, will be the last exercise for the day. And then we got to go get to life, right? Kids got to go to school, got to get to the office and start putting in more consistency to that path to financial freedom. So that discouragement and quitting is a big deal, isn't it? When you were a child, and let's break it down to maybe riding a bicycle. So when we were kids, we all learned how to ride a bicycle. At least I would assume you did. And when you learned how to ride a bicycle, was it easy at first or was it difficult? Was it comfortable at first or was it way outside your comfort zone? Did you know exactly how to operate the pedals, the brakes, the steering wheel, and everything all simultaneously without thinking about it? Nope, you didn't. Could you do it by yourself, or did you have to have somebody hold on to the seat like an adult to hold on to the seat and balance you upright while you could learn what the brakes and the pedals did and all sort of thing? So you guys are understanding my analogy completely, aren't you? We all had the capability of learning how to ride a bike, but none of us knew how to do it. We all needed instruction. We all needed maybe somebody to hold the seat and balance us up while we were trying to learn the pedals and the brakes and those kinds of things. Did we fall? Did we skin our knee? Did we bust our elbow? Did we do all sorts of different things that were painful? Definitely outside our comfort zone. It wasn't comfortable to fall and skin your knee up and eat it and be embarrassed and all that when you were a little kid. But you wanted to be good at riding that bike so badly that you didn't have any sort of issues with a mentor. You didn't have any sort of issues with somebody holding onto the back of your seat for you while you learned and that. Because anything it took, any help, any mentorship, any falls, any injuries, any skinned knees, you pushed through it and you got back up after you wiped your tears off because you wanted to ride that bike so badly. What has happened to us? What has happened to us as we've grown into being adults? Have we been that washed out that we don't feel that anymore? Is it because it's not riding a bike, which seems simple, it's getting wealthy? What's happened to our childlike ability to say, I don't give a shit what happens to me. And I'm going to look for any coach or anybody to hold my seat up while I learn how to operate the pedals and the brakes and that. And you know what? Along the way, I'm probably going to eat shit. I'm probably going to fall several times, hurt myself, skin my knee. I might even shed some damn tears on the way. It's going to be outside my comfort zone. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to do it. And it's amazing, isn't it? How most of these kids, not very long it took for us to be doing freaking wheelies and bunny hops and being like some expert bike rider. Not very long from can't even ride the damn thing to now I'm doing wheelies down the street. Not very long, but that process was very rough. But we didn't think about the roughness and the uncomfortability of the process back then because we were kids. We just wanted to ride that goddamn bike. I wanted to do a wheelie down the street so badly that I was willing to try, fall. And then you finally got it, didn't you? What happened to that? Don't we feel that same way, guys, anymore? Or have you lost that childlike ability to know that you're going to do it? So how come we just don't know that eventually here we're going to do it? We're going to break free. We're going to be financially free. I'm going to create $5,000, $10,000 a month of passive cash flow. I'm going to do it. I may need somebody to help me. I definitely need a mentor, somebody who's already ridden a bike before. Shit, if there's an adult out there to hold the seat for me while I learn how to pedal and how the brakes work, if I can do all this and limit as many injuries as possible, but no, I'm going to fall down. No, I'm going to fail forward. No, I'm going to eat shit. No, I'm going to skin my knee. But before long, I'm going to be doing wheelies and bunny hops. How come we don't think that way with our finances anymore, with that childlike enthusiasm? Yeah, mindset, Dexter. Mindset. It's the mindset. It's the mind. It's our minds as adults that have been damaged. It's the programming. And it's the ability to think, oh, you know, what if you'd have thought this? Back to the bicycle example, you guys. So funny. Let me add some weight to this. It's too light. But that crazy bicycle example, what if, throw some more weight on there. What if, when you were a kid and they said, oh, you want to learn how to ride a bike? We can show you how to ride a bike. Come on. It's no big deal. I'll show you how to ride a bike. Come on. And you went, no, I doubt I can do that. I mean, I see all those other kids doing it, but I doubt I can do it. So no thanks. I'm not going to try. What if you did that? What if the very first time you got on that bicycle and you took a little spillover and bumped your little kneecap on the ground and got an owie boo-boo? What if at that point you would have said, that's it. I knew this wasn't for me, this riding a bike thing. I told you guys I was going to get hurt. Look, now I got a bruise on my knee. And you quit. You didn't try again. You get my point. Why the hell do we do that now as adults? It's so wild, isn't it? So let's stop it, guys. So we got like the mindset shift, or the three prongs of it covered today while we were doing some chest and some triceps and some shoulders and getting our pump on, getting in our best mindset shape, our best physical shape, and our best financial shape we can be in, because it's a choice and we can do it. And if we have fun with it, like we used to have fun trying to learn that bike riding, if you have fun with it, you get some mentors around you and the right people that are willing to help you, that want to see your success. People want to see you get good at riding that bike. People want to see you doing bunny hops and popping wheelies and all that stuff, right? Get around those people that want to see you financially free. They want to see you live your best life. They want to see you be able to, become the person you want to become. All them haters and all those people around us in our friends and family circle that are bringing us down and drawing you away from those dreams and trying to pull you off the path you're walking down to a better place. They're not doing that type of a journey themselves. That's why they act that way, okay? They're not heading down a better path. They're not changing things. They're not getting outside their own comfort zone. They're not trying things they may be scared to try. They're not doing any of that. So when someone like us steps out and says, not me, I'm going for it, it scares people that you're going to actually change your life for the better in a short amount of time and prove it can be done, while they're living in the same exact suckville, doing the same shitty things that they were unhappy with year after year after year. Meanwhile, you decided to change and they go, what the hell? That's the truth right there. So let's take this slow, methodical approach and let's help each other to become more financially fit and more physically fit. That's the mission. And so that's what I'm going to be here doing every morning from 6:30 to 8 a.m. And we can do it together. And we're going to talk about passive cash flow. We're going to talk about investing in assets, not liabilities. We're going to talk about transmuting income into cash flow. We're going to talk about setting your family up better for the financial future than you had when you were a kid. So you can be the change maker in your family tree. And this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to go over Q&A on note investing. We can talk about cryptocurrencies, IRA investing, retirement, retiring early, all those things I love to talk about. And we're going to do it all while being disciplined and getting our physical fitness on, guys, no matter where you're at. If you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, gain more energy, become more flexible, whatever it may be, there's something that you want better out of your physical body. And we're going to change these two things together. We're going to change our physical bodies and we're going to change our financial status. We're going to do it together and we're going to do it wisely and methodically. So anyways, guys, summary on this video today is the mindset shift. A financial mindset shift is the first thing you have to do is literally mentally decide that you're ready for a change and you're willing to do things outside your comfort zone to make the change happen. Okay? Step one, we got to think different. Step two, start to learn what it is you're going after. Become an expert relentlessly, study, get around people that know about it, ask and search for a mentor. Do something to where on a daily, on a weekly basis, you're in the same mindset with people that are walking down this path to either better physical bodies, better financial freedom, whatever it is you're seeking, but get around the people that have what it is you want, people that live that life. And you can get motivation and support from that kind of people, a mentor or a group of people, and know that it's going to be hard work. Okay. And thirdly, don't give up. You definitely don't succeed if you give up, guys. So thirdly is to have that childlike nature within you still. Don't lose this as an adult, where it doesn't matter if you skin your knee a couple of damn times. It doesn't matter if you fall down and bang the knee. You know you're learning. And you already know here soon enough, when I get this darn thing down, I'm going to be doing bunny hops and popping wheelies down the street. Okay? So same thing with your physical body and your finances. It's a mental shift. It's getting around the right people and doing things that are different, learning new skills and stepping outside your comfort zone. And thirdly is don't worry about the results, how quickly or slowly they're coming. They are coming. You're walking down the right path. It's going to happen. Don't get discouraged and don't quit, you guys. So, guys, Patrick Franz, obviously, financial and physical fitness we talk about here in the mornings on YouTube live. It's raw, it's natural, it's unscripted, and I'm here for you guys to answer your questions to help motivate you. Let's do it together. You guys help be my motivation. I'll keep showing up for you if you keep showing up for me. Of course, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you guys want to jab it up with me in the mornings. Monday through Friday, 6:30, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Now, down in the description of this video, Note Investor University is a school where you can learn note investing rather than real estate. Everly Mae Capital Group is our fund if you're a passive investor. My calendar link's down there. You can get on my calendar and talk with me personally. So I'm pretty open book, guys. All my resources are down there in the description of this video. And, it's just Monday. So we got the first day done. That's the part of the uncomfortable process of consistency. Monday's out of the way. Tomorrow's Tuesday, and we're going to get it right here, same time, same place. So you guys, it's been awesome. I appreciate you guys' participation. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, I suppose, we're not going to do chest and triceps anymore. Tomorrow, guys, we're going to do the other side of things, which is going to be back and biceps and shoulders. Wednesday will be leg day. And so come with your questions, guys, on physical fitness or financial fitness tomorrow. And I bid you adieu. Have a happy Monday, guys, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Ciao. If it'll let me in my video. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Let's see here if it'll let me in here. It won't.